and they begin with certain words. There are adverb clauses of time. And adverb clauses of time begin with words such as after, or when, or before. Here are some examples for you. After the elf left, the fairies went to work. When the giant appeared, the helpless children ran for their lives. The drawbridge had already been lowered when the dwarves arrived. There are also adverb clauses of purpose, of time, and adverb clauses of purpose. These begin with so that. They tell us why something happened. Here's an example for you. Robin Hood robbed the rich traveller so that he could buy a ring for Maid Marian. There are adverb clauses of cause. And these clauses often begin with because. In fact, they do begin with because and since. Here are two examples for you. The soldiers couldn't enter the castle because the moat was full, and since it was raining, the fairies had to wait to fly out of the forest. There are adverb clauses of condition. Now, these clauses begin with words such as if, whether or not, even if, in case, in the event that, a few more still, in the event that, unless, and only if. Quite a few for the adverb clauses of condition. Here are some examples using these words. The elves will die if they don't find food soon. The prince will marry the village girl, whether or not the king likes it. Paul Bunyan can bring a tree down even if he doesn't have his axe. The queen will wear her crown in case the visiting king comes. In the event that there is a battle, the drawbridge must be raised. The giant won't leave the forest unless he is hungry, and the dwarves will be happy only if they finish their work. Okay, we have a few more yet to go. There are adverb clauses of contrast. I put this down here. Of contrast. Okay, these begin with words such as even though, and although, and though. Okay, here are some examples for you now. Even though the prince was disappointed, he still went to his brother's wedding. Although it was snowing, the dwarves were still able to make 20 gold rings. Though the king was angry, the queen went alone to the meadow to pick flowers. And in these clauses, these words all have the same meaning. And finally, we have adverb clauses of direct contrast. Of direct contrast. Okay, and in these clauses, we use the words while or whereas. And whereas, how do I spell that? E-A-S, okay. These words give the meaning of two opposite conditions or events happening. Here's an example. While the giant's wife was content, the giant was grumpy. And the castle towers were empty, whereas the courtyard was full. Let's practice. Lewis, would you like to be in a fairy tale?
Sure, I'd like to be a prince so that I could marry a beautiful princess.
Great, okay. Monica?
I would be in one only if I could be a fairy. They're so cute.
Yes, they are. And Rosa?
Even though it sounds like fun, I don't think so. There are too many dangerous people.
That's true. Thank you all. And now, because you want to improve your English, you will look and listen. Look and listen. After the fairy godmother left, the girl found a silver coin on her dresser. Because it was so windy, the fairies had to fly close to the mountain. Robin Hood left early so that he could meet Friar Tuck in Sherwood Forest. When the giant woke up, someone had stolen his sheep. Read and repeat. Let's finish our review with a look at phrasal verbs. A phrasal verb is a verb which is followed by a preposition, and there are several kinds of phrasal verb. So we have a phrasal verb. It is a verb plus a preposition. And there are several kinds. One kind is the inseparable phrasal verb. The preposition has only one possible position in the sentence, and this is after the verb. Please take a look. Robin doesn't care about diving. We will leave for the atoll in 20 minutes. Penelope should sit down and listen to the diving instructor. Okay, in each of those sentences, the preposition comes immediately after the verb, and in those phrasal verbs, it must always come immediately after the verb. Some phrasal verbs can have a noun or a pronoun between the verb and the preposition. Here are two examples of these types. Can you ask someone for information about diving in the Red Sea? Janet needed to help Anne with her tank. There are also separable phrasal verbs. With these types of verbs, a noun object may come after the verb and preposition or in between them. Some examples. Royce called up the diving instructor, or Royce called the diving instructor up. Alice tried her new flippers out yesterday, or Alice tried out her new flippers yesterday.